digital festival, and we are treating the people's piss to extract the nutrient from it. So the first step is actually to separate the urine from the fecal matters with a new technology which is inside this container. Once we got the urine, we're gonna bring it in this reactor, and we're gonna inject some magnesium in it. And when you inject magnesium in urine, it will make precipitate the phosphate and the nitrogen. And so we got a solid that then we can filter. And when we filter it, we dry it, then we put it in little bags that we call Uriboost when your urine becomes fertilizer, and we distribute it to the people. So it looks like that. This is this powder. This powder is pure fertilizer made out of urine. So then, if you want to do it all, so this picture here is talking about the nitrogen cycle. This is nowadays how it works. We're gonna make fertilizer with a lot of energy from the nitrogen from the air, and we transform it to nitrogen that is readily usable for the agriculture. When we use it, so it comes from far away because it needs a lot of quantity of gas, of energy. We bring it in our agriculture in Europe, then we eat it, and out of the quantity of nitrogen we eat, about 2/3 we are injecting in our urine. This is why it's so important to gather the urine separately. It's just like the waste. If we put in one garbage all the waste, it's impossible to reuse it and to valorize it. So if we can separate the urine at the source, it's the best way. So here we are changing it from gas to solid. We eat it, we flush 10 liters of drinkable water, it goes to the wastewater plant, and in the wastewater plant it's the opposite. We are spending energy to bring it from readily usable fertilizer solid into a gas. So there's loss everywhere, and because we are not treating everything, there is a part of nitrogen which is going in the water beds, in the rivers, and this is fucking the water beds because there's all the micropollutants, and when there's too many nutrients in a river, it creates eutrophisation. It's a bloom of algae, and it's very bad. And then for our bio-waste, we are just burning them, so basically we are losing on all fronts. So what we promote, it's the principle of ecological sanitation. It's to bring back the human being into the natural cycle of organic matter. And as you saw, the urine and the bio-waste are the biggest source of fertilizer. And this way we could have a resilient way of life, and we could really be independent in terms of fertilizer. So we wouldn't need importation. Europe is importing 100% of their fertilizer, and so we could be independent in terms of that. That would be much better, and for the water beds as well, and for the consumption of water. So since the beginning of the event, there is 24,000 people who use this toilet, which means that we save 240 meter cubes of water compared to a normal toilet with 10 liters flush. We managed to produce 88 kilos of struvite, the product that you saw before, and we save about 1.5 tons of CO2 produced. Wow. But the main problem is not the nitrogen, it's the phosphorus, because phosphorus is a non-renewable resource. Morocco owns 80% in its mine of the global resource, and this is very problematic. There's not a good repartition of this resource. Some experts are saying that in 2030 we are expecting the peak of phosphorus, which means from there will be more demand than offer, and this will be a big problem because we can assume that the big rich countries will be able to buy phosphorus from Morocco, but the others who are already kind of fucked with the global warming, well, on top of that they won't have the money to buy their phosphorus. And all the industrial agriculture in the world needs phosphorus. It's one of the main elements, so this will be a massive problem. Good. So I'm Benjamin Flouet. I'm from Ecosec. We are a young cooperative from south of France, and we try to promote the eco-sanitation and to close the cycle of the nutrient, and to do public awareness in this kind of festival.